and welcome back to Somebody's Heroes. We are back with the Raven Court. I'm Eric. I'm the Dungeon Master for the Raven Court this season still. And we have a new character with us today. Ale, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi. My name is Ale. I am one half of Table Talk. We do a lot of super casual hyperfixation chats with lots of people in the space, with me and my best friend as my co-host.
Fabulous. And we
And I'm
will
really
figure out who
excited to
your
be here.
character is as we age up with them for a little bit here. Just a wee baby of
I'm just a baby.
8,000 years ago. Your story right now is not beginning there.
An infant.
Your story's beginning a little bit after that. So about probably good 7,000 years ago or so, you've been with your mother, for lack of a better term. You've had several centuries of training at this point, and in this moment right now, it's you and her in this cave that doesn't have a fully complete roof, but it has some holes in the roof, almost like there doesn't seem to be a pattern. But over the last century or so, you've been taught what this pattern is. The pattern lines up with the celestial alignment of the various lunar cycles of the 6 moons of the planet. Today is a night where the pool is growing bright green, like a lime green kind of color, because the Fey moon is actually in alignment with one of the holes tonight, casting a coloration onto this pool that reflects that light lime green color. She looks down at you. Shall we?
Yeah. It's you think I'm you think I'm ready?
You want to try by yourself?
If that's okay.
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
Cueva. How I know you said I'm 1,000 years old, but visually, I know with
Your
everything
choice. Your
about.
choice on how old you visually look. You could be full grown adult.
Okay. Mm, I'll
Okay.
say not quite yet. I think with everything, it's been 1,000 years. She's been training. She's probably still kind of in a younger adolescent stage. Um, but she's very lithe and very tall. She's had her growth spurt already. She's got very thin, like wiry, long limbs, piano fingers that like have little claws almost at the end. Um, she's very gaunt and has very large, like almost completely black bug-like eyes. And the cave is one of her favorite places to be because she doesn't need any help with seeing when she's in the darkness of the cave. The light that does come from the moon is very like pleasing to her and alluring, and she always just gets so drawn into these lessons where she gets to see that glow emanate, and so she approaches the pool and has her like long wiry fingers kind of crest over the edge of the rock as she looks
Nervous?
in. No, I don't think so. And she'll, like she's kind of practiced or seen her mother do, she'll close her eyes and then dip her hands into the pool.
Um, Go ahead and roll an Arcana check for me.
Great. I'm just gonna do it on D&D Beyond because I don't have dice near me. Okay, girl,
Okay,
22.
okay, you were ready. As you put your hands in, you get flashes of two other two other figures. One one's in a forest, the other's in a desert, and they're just running around doing something. You can't quite make out what, but they seem to be relatively adult like. And one thing your mother has told you is you don't know when you're looking,
Hmm.
but you always see something attached to you, past, present, or future. Something that's always attached to yourself. The person who's
Hmm.
watching gets something reflective to them, and you just watch them as they're running in their various ways. Not this is your first time doing it on your own. Nothing's truly making a lot of sense right now.
Okay. Do I notice anything about the way these individuals look?
They look similar to they look like you and your mother in that very like um that hag like appearance, but they're not a hag
Hmm.
you've recognized or that you've met before.
Is there any details? You say they're running around. Is there anything I discern about like their motivations or actions?
Purposeful, like they're it seem like
Okay.
they're on a mission of some kind, but again, you're getting just these. It's like you're flipping back and forth between two different TVs, watching two different movies.
Hmm. Yeah. I think when she feels like she's gotten all she can, and maybe there's a little bit of her that's like getting overwhelmed from like the two different, um, essentially like a two for one
Mm-hmm.
special vision is what's happening here. Uh, she'll kind of like yank her hands back and furrow her brow a bit as she's trying to kind of discern anything about it.
Oh, your your mother looks at you and is, oh, you saw something very rare your first time.
Two, two somethings.
Two,
Yeah, two hags.
really?
But I have never seen them before. I mean, I've only known you and Thea's, and that's it.
Oh, and it wasn't them.
No, no, they were different, but hags for sure.
It's quite possible that you glimpsed something yet to come, an achievement of your own.
You think I'll have my own coven?
Possibilities are limitless. And what you're seeing is, but, well, I guess two futures. Could
Hmm.
be one future and two individuals in the same future, but it could be two futures in and of itself as well. This pool is tricky, and when the lights of IR are gleaming down, it's even trickier.
How do you deal with it when you don't know exactly from a vision?
She She opens her cloak and pulls out a large tome. She swipes to the end. I just keep it in my. I keep a journal, and as the symbols of things that have yet to come occur, and I start recognizing faces, dots begin connecting.
You see the patterns.
Exactly. A few thousand years from now, you'll have your own recognition patterns.
Even if my eyes aren't so good.
The worse the eyes, the better the vision.
She kind of like beams a little bit at that.
Well, you. That seems to have taken a toll on you. Shall we go home?
Yeah, it was a lot, but it was good.
Okay.
I'm glad that I
You
did
did.
it.
And now you know you can.
Mm-hmm.
The art of divination is the hardest to master, which is why it was taught to you last. Now, let's go. And she begins just.
Okay. And she'll kind of like sidle up next to her. I think she like as tall as she is. I feel like Oscura is just so
Uh-huh.
tall and lanky and broad.
She looking very much in her humanoid form right now. She looks very, very tall, still bipedal, but people looking at her may think she was like a Yuan Ti with patchwork
Mm-hmm.
scales and but adorned very beautifully, even in this form. And she just takes you by your hand and walks you out and back home. A couple of days later, um, Ascuda's giving you another lesson, Cueva, as a knock is at the door of your hut.
She'll kind of turn towards the door and like look to her mother in that way of like, do you want me to get it? Or
It's your house too. Go right ahead.
she'll go she'll go to the door. Do I in that fashion of like you recognize the steps of the people that live
Mm-hmm.
in your home. Like, do I recognize the knock?
Oh, you would absolutely
Like
recognize
the
the knock, and
intonation.
it would be one of the two,
Okay.
one of your two TS.
Mm-hmm. She'll kind of go to the door and just a little playfully, she'll be like, no one's home.
Whichever of you is at the door can respond.
Well, then I suppose I'll just leave.
She'll kind of like creak the door open and she'll be like, I'm no one, and then let you in.
As she like kind of pushes open the door, like kind of behind you, she has these long purple nails that kind of like caress the inside of the wood.
And go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
Yeah, my name is Onduin, and I am a founder of Roll D5. That's ROLE D5. We specialize in showcasing indie TTRPGs. New cast, new system every single week. And can you tell that that's rehearsed? But I will be playing a character named Aseni, who is one of the Dias.
And is there another one right behind them, right behind Aseni?
A little ways away. She is taking her time. She's you feel like she's watching things that aren't exactly there as she kind of dances into the doorway and slips in just as before like the door closes. She kind of just maneuvers slightly to make an entrance as the door closes.
And Lissa, go ahead and introduce yourself and who you're playing.
So this character is Chorus. She is one of the Tias. And I am Lissa. I am one half of the Slovenly Trolls podcast, where we talk about the history of D&D.
Fantastic. As you guys enter, you see Ascura is teaching one of many potion lessons that Quavo was needing, and still has the back turned to you because you can tell based on the smoke and the smells that it's at that point where if she stops stirring, the potion is gonna blow up. It's at one of those moments.
I think Cueva is like immediately as the Tias come in, she's already gotten like little nightshade tea going for them. Like hospitality is very big for them, and being polite and obviously like showing deference to her betters in that sense. And I think her mother kind of drills it in her to like inflate the importance of my Tias when they're over, just to assuage them a bit. So I tend to kind of go around hand and foot a little bit, and then once they're kind of settled in, I'll take my mother's side and like start helping with the potion so she can mingle with them.
So if you've ever cooked something that needed stirred constantly, you know that stirring motion where it's at the back and then you grab from the front and you take over. It's one of those nice smooth handoffs for stirring this pot. As Ascura turns around. Ah, sisters, welcome.
Thank you for having us. What are you making this evening?
Oh, just a just an experiment.
That's a little unlike
What kind? Tell us more.
Well, if she stops stirring, this hut goes away. Not invisible.
Like goes away, or goes away?
There's a crater in its spot.
Ah, yes.
And we might go with it.
Yes. Is that a bad thing? All things end in time.
Yes.
Do you feel like dying on this day?
I've had it coming, you know.
I can't come back yet if I go. I haven't.
You better keep stirring then.
I'm stirring. I'm not.
Don't let those
stopping.
little arms get weak yet.
No, it's fine.
Yes, it's also good strength practice. Strength of will, strength of concentration, and strength in the arms.
And strength of ingredients. Many ingredients.
Yes.
Bones are very good for stirring. They make sure it doesn't overboil. It's my favorite part. Bones.
Oh, and then you get some of the metal in there. Oh,
Yummy.
delicious. Part of Useni's appearance is also a bit of a struggle in this house. Is the current appearance, or at least more or less default appearance, is a satyr. So it's got these horns that are engraved and filled in with gold, and keeps accidentally like knocking into a couple of things on the wall.
Cute.
Oh.
I love it. Well, Would you be more comfortable talking about this outside? I brought you here to talk about next steps.
Whose steps? What steps?
Well, isn't that what we're going to talk about, I assumed?
Correct.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All in good time.
With all of that talk of time, you can't really... Well, no, you can't really see what's in it, only that
It is soup.
I knew you were going to say that.
And I am only the spoon.
Yes, continually stirring shit up your entire life.
Do you need me to test the potion? I have a spoon. And she comes over with a spoon that she grabs from her. She's wearing like a little crop top and these like flowing baggy pants and a little sort of, you're not quite sure, but like a little sort of vesty thing on top of the crop top. And she grabs like a little tiny like spoon from there and she comes over looking at the potion.
Roll a d10 on a tasty check. Let's see how tasty this looks for you.
Tasty.
Doesn't even look like worth trying for Chorus right now.
I mean, to be fair, the things we eat are questionable.
Correct.
So.
Ooh, D10. Come on. Okay.
Maybe it needs a little more
7.
salt.
It looks pretty tasty. Whatever this explosive potion is, could looks delicious.
She kind of sniffs it, sticks a finger in, licks it.
It might not be ready. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
No,
I'm just.
let
I'm
her...
gonna keep stirring.
Is there some oak bark? And maybe some I can't tell which of the mushrooms it is. It's either the red one or the blue one. But I always get them confused.
It's
Right.
It's both.
That explains it.
The oak bark is on the second shelf down, 6 items over, right next to the children's toes.
Ah! And she kind of just starts wandering over that way.
You got a new stock.
Yes.
And they're all left toes. I checked.
Left toes
The
are more
best kind.
potent than right.
Of course.
There are more people who start life with their right foot than begin with their left. You know the sayings these mortals say. Always begin the morning on the right foot. Some of them take that way too literally.
Choose the right. It's so convoluted.
Choose
Yes.
the left.
Well,
It only really matters
Choose
to
the
us.
left. When everybody takes
Trust
the right,
the
why
left.
not go left?
Why not go up? You all eventually end up in the ground
That's
anyways.
true.
yes, up and down. People forget about verticality as well.
So true.
Yes.
Except for ASMR and Aarakocra, they tend to remember about up.
On.
I did my best.
Lost it.
Well, go ahead and add the oak bark and meet us outside, Cars.
I will do that. And she waltzes over towards the oak bark.
Aseni, shall we?
Yes. I actually want to do something really quick to Kvea. She's going to kind of bump you slightly as kind of like a joke. So I'm wondering if you could actually do a roll for me.
Ooh.
Could you do it like an athletics roll for me? To see if you kind of
Sure,
like.
bud. With my -1.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
or acrobatics.
What does a 7 do for you?
7.
Let me know, Eric, if this is like too like me encroaching too much. But I think it with the little bump, it kind of like moves some stuff around, and some of the jewels on her horns. A piece of it kind of like falls into the soup, but at like almost like all happening at the same time. So then the bump also slightly stops you from stirring, and it starts to smoke.
Okay, no, it's fine. I got it.
It
It's
seems
fine.
your mother needs to teach you more about maybe some athletic ability, something a little bit more than strength.
Probably tomorrow. Tomorrow will be that, I think.
I'll make sure.
Tree jumping lessons?
No,
Yeah, we can do that.
there is
At night.
Yes.
always a tomorrow.
Yes, dear, at night.
All right, we'll go outside now.
Okay. Chorus, while Escoda and Aseni are exiting, if you wanted to chat with Quava for a second, you're welcome to do so.
She will waltz over after having grabbed the oak bark and the willow bark and the bark of something that she's not quite sure what it is, but she grabbed it anyway. And she'll bring it over and she'll say, "Yes, dexterity. You must practice also. Be quick." And she kind of like dances around and drops the oak barks in, and then dances around, takes a couple steps, twirls, drops the oak barks in. Be quick, and no one can catch you. Unless they do. But, you know, hope for the best.
Can I do a little bit of insight on my Tias?
You can try.
I'm not sure why you'd need that.
You can try. I don't know what little baby me is gonna do against Methuselah over
You can
here.
certainly
but...
try.
A 15.
So does that mean like we need to roll deception to like?
Just what do you think? What do you think they got off of that from y'all?
Yeah.
I'll let you go first.
What are you looking for? Sort of like intentions?
I think like her like parts of her lessons has also included a bit of like the delicate balance of the relationships that y'all keep. And you have long history, and like a lot of it is very tricky. And me finding my own footing within what that relationship is with you both. And she just always kind of taught me to like keep my wits about me and not let my guard down. And so I think she's just trying to kind of discern a little bit about like you or Asani's intentions in like each interaction as like part of her training.
I feel like she's not expecting to be read. So you do catch her not like off guard, but she's just being herself kind of thing. And you do get the sense that she's here for a purpose, but she is also here like checking on your education. But you do see a sparkle in her eye that she may or may not be testing you in some way, shape, or form.
Can I, not that my dexterity is very good, can I try to snag as you're like dancing around and like throwing barks into the bowl, cauldron rather, can I try to like catch the ones that are like not the oak bark to keep it from like going in if I know that's not supposed to go in?
Yeah, how about the
DM
DM
want
want us to do this?
Sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand or just a general acrobatics even? Okay.
They're both going to be the same for me, so we're going to go. A dirty 20.
I'm going to say that passes, man. You managed to catch the ones that didn't belong, especially the weird one that you knew what it was, but Chorus did not.
Yeah. I think Chorus just sees like a bit of like her brows raise as she has that moment of like, oh, you're testing me right now. And then she's like rushing to like go grab him. And she's just like barely like leaning over with like one hand still stirring, the other hand just like death gripping these two like weird barks that were not supposed to go in. And she's like, ah, okay, it's fine.
Very
Keep stirring.
good. Very
Keep stirring.
good. You're learning. Good soup.
Thank you. Yeah. Good soup.
Meanwhile, outside, Aseni, you and Escoda are out by the fire, the fireplace, the fire pit that was not going, but low on, like a low ember. She goes ahead. She magically rekindles the flame, and she passed divination.
That is impressive for someone so young.
First try.
First try. Interesting.
2 visions, not even just 1.
You didn't even have to.
I failed my first try.
I mean, I wasn't going to bring it up, but...
And I'm the divination expert.
Well, at least you are now. You had to...
Of the 3 of
really
us.
practice. Yes. I guess that brings a question of what does it mean? What does it mean to you? More of than what it means for the universe, the world, and, you know.
She's ready.
Maybe a couple more practice sessions. Just because you passed your first one and maybe a fluke of a second vision, I don't know.
Of course.
Some practice needs to be had.
Of course. Which is why we're making sure, why I'm talking about it and bringing it up now.
And
because
make
it takes
an explosive potion in
Yes.
the kitchen?
Yes. Concentration and focus.
I mean, I suppose. Could have warned us first.
That's no fun.
Little pranks. Okay, so what is your plan?
Well, within the next century, we get her transformed. She'll be powerful enough by then to be on her own.
Do we believe she has the mental fortitude to do that? She is also losing sight.
But I think if she's losing sight in one place, she's gaining it in another.
We should at least be a little cautious as to where that is, because somebody potentially so powerful needs to be kept in check.
I agree.
One powerful emotion and boom, there goes the house. And not just the house, potentially a universe.
Entire realities have been rewritten for Wes.
Yes, but this one's a little dangerous.
Yeah. I want to say she's got it, though.
Not that I don't believe you, but I would very much enjoy seeing it for myself.
Of course. Test her as much as you like. Take her down to the pools yourself.
I would like to.
Okay. We'll arrange that.
Good.
Unless you want to take her
And
now, but, you know, that's choice you could always make.
I mean, I'd rather not risk an explosion tonight. There has been many previously which have lost and also gained us many toes.
Yeah.
But I I would also like to consult the stars in my own ways.
Of course.
See what I can determine. Or see at least what route needs to be taken in regards to maybe tests.
By all means.
Good. Clearly you're attached to this one.
Of all of my spawn.
I'm just teasing. I know your feelings and I know how we all feel about feelings. I just wanted to jest.
Of course. I was merely going to say she has the most potential of any of the...
It seems so.
And I think at this point, that's when Chorus would come on out and join us at the fire.
Chorus, come sit down.
I would rather stand. You know, there's time to sit. And then she just opens her mouth, closes it, doesn't really say anything.
So it appears our little moth light is becoming quite powerful.
Oh, yes. Met good soup.
It seems so. So, 2 visions. Past divination on first try. Although I think you did pass on your first try too. But at least it was only a single vision. 2 is unique.
Aseni. She invented the tests. Of course she passed.
Sometimes I will check to make sure her memory is still there.
It's getting...
You're quite
getting
old now.
hazy, you know. I do like to be reminded of things. It comes with the territory.
It was the opening of the mouth and no other sentence coming out that did get me a little bit on the concerned side.
Just thinking about the soup. She did catch the barks. She did... I tested her dexterity. And she did catch the duck.
Even the bottled bark of a dog?
Even that. I thought I might trick her.
Alright.
But she saw it coming.
So...
Told you. When one sight goes, the others pick up the slack. So, sentry? After you test?
I think so.
And, dear Chorus, if you would like to do any of your own tests beyond the bark test, you're welcome to do so as well.
I will think on it. I have to remember what the tests are. Getting a little hazy.
I feel she would be ready within a century.
Time. It slips away. And she stares off into space.
Literally into space. She's perceiving everything.
Right now...
Yeah.
Right now I'm thinking that she's seeing like the ethereal plane.
I mean, probably, yeah.
Just watching things dance in the
her
ethereal
eyes
right
go like,
now.
she's clearly like staring at something, but she's staring past the at something, and you don't really know what she's staring at. It's somewhere. Yeah.
She yearns for the primordial sea.
You were this close to
I
having
have gotten some shooting stars for her because, you know, stars are important and you must include them in your story.
Yes. Well, I will send her your way next week for your testing, Aseni.
What about tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Even better.
Why not? You should come with. Make a day out of it.
I would hate to spoil your tests and skew them in
No.
one way or another.
Honestly, I think having pressure of someone else there might do her some good.
A coven day.
Coven Day.
It's been a while.
Indeed it has. Coven Day. True forms only?
Beautiful. Fine, if you insist.
Oh, I love the true
And she'll take her fan and kind of like twist it in a way to where there's like a really quick flash of like a skull, but like a deer's skull, and then it flashes back. It has been a while.
Well, tomorrow is Coven Day then. We shall all let our true natures out.
That's we will.
While they're outside, Quavo, what are you thinking as you're stirring this pot after being tested?
God, I'm stressed. I'm so stressed. It was such a game time decision, and my eyesight is not that good in like a brightly lit inside environment. So really having to I was just reaching for shapes and praying for the best, and realizing that our fate just hung in the balance for a second. My tias and my mom would have come back. I would not. That was every day is just a little brush with certain death in a playful way.
Mm-hmm.
But I think now that things have settled, she's just kind of falling into the rhythm of the
I kind of love too how she's almost like insisting on like physically doing it when she can very clearly use spells to do it for her. And I kind of love that.
Mom said I gotta get these arms pumped.
It's true, but also who listens to mother?
People with a -1 on their strength.
Yeah, people who do
I
actually
skip
need
arm
to do
day
a little
with
better
it.
about that.
Truly.
She got noodles for arms. Those hoes are decorative.
Oh my god.
Moving forward to Coven Day.
Coven Day.
Let's go ahead and Aseni. Describe what you feel like your, because Ascuda said that we were going to your place for Coven Day. What do you think your perimeter, your territory, your zone looks like? Your area?
Yeah. It looks almost as if you've stepped into the Milky Way, but the part of it is when you first come up to the perimeter, it doesn't look that way. It looks just like maybe an old tree house in a tree that's just kind of been long forgotten. Some of the wood is splintering off. There's mold and moss everywhere. But when you are allowed through the perimeter, it turns into a galaxy of stars. It sparkles. There's a lake that you can almost see planets that you shouldn't be able to. The moon is incredibly bright and unobscured almost every time, clearly because of magic, but the home itself is more humble looking than the bright colors. It is made of stone and just like a rounded dome, and inside everything is still within the same realm of stone, marble, and just other decorations in the same style. There is no bed to be found. Whether it's hidden or she doesn't actually sleep, you probably will never know. And it's aligned with different potion bottles, books for star charts, and this purple paint. This deep purple paint that is sitting on one of the counters, which matches her nail color.
And
Comfort.
first to arrive, I think, would actually be Chorus before Quava and Ascura show up.
Yeah, she waltzes over to the door and will gently knock and then scratch at the door and then whisper, "Are you there? Am I on time? What time are we meeting?"
I think no matter what time you show up, it would be the correct
I
one.
tend to think so, but sometimes I like to check.
You are here, and that is
I am here. I'm always here. I was here, still am here, I will be here. Such a long time.
Now, yes. Now, before the other two arrive, we should discuss plans.
Plans?
Did you forget again?
Plans, yes. Plans. Yes.
Yes. Do we still want to go the poison route?
It has been a very good route.
That it has. I guess next is the method of delivery. I know the vials are similar in color, they're just different shades of blue, but the lighter blue is the one. The darker shades are not the one.
Yes.
And since she can't see, I don't think it will make too much of a difference.
Yes. It is a shame. But a coven is only for 3.
It is true. Especially one that powerful. That's too much of a risk. To have their own coven eventually. Oof.
The covens need... the elements need balance. 3 is the perfect number. Not 4, not 5.
3.
3.
It is.
And balance is important. She is very powerful.
Because without balance, it's... Especially because without balance, you tend to fall over or make mistakes.
Yes. Lots of explosions and destruction and...
Good explosion. Good. Well, I guess we will let the moment happen when it happens. But we'll run, our normal test first, kind of play the part. I'm sure eventually she will get over the loss, find another. Or maybe this loss will be too much and there will not be another.
In this world, it is better to live and let go. One must learn. Eventually. Time passes.
Eventually, and...
trails end.
Time. Speaking of time, I have a book for you that I found in some collector had it somewhere in Alexandria. It's about time.
Time?
And a little bit more about maybe some experiments you could run.
More experiments. Maybe some soup?
And she'll hand you a very thick book that is like iron clasped and is embroidered in an older language. Here you go, it's all yours.
Fantastic.
Enjoy.
I will.
Good. Well, they should be arriving any minute. I will get things prepared outside.
I will be here.
Might be time for a dip in the pool.
As you leave your house, you do see that they are actively approaching now. And roll an insight for me real quick, Aseni, on Ascura.
All right. I have a plus 11 to my insight.
Okay.
Right.
Altering the DC to be appropriate. Got it.
Yeah. Okay, so that was a 16 plus 11, so it's 27.
Past the 25 I had in mind.
Yeah. Whew.
Uh-huh. You have a plus 11! So you... On her face, you see an emotion you haven't seen in a long time. And that is actual fear and concern. Something is bothering her today. Was not bothering her last night. Something new happened.
Did your house explode?
No. We made a stop by the divination pool to test her divination one more time. Another pass, of course. But this time I had to pull her hands out. It was that intense of a vision.
Did she say what it was she saw?
It's not what she said that she saw that bothered me. It's what I saw when I put my hands in to grab her.
Uh-oh.
I saw nothing.
Okay. Look, I don't think that should be too terribly concerning, simply because it's almost as if things were crossed. She's in the pool for herself. It's not meant for you to see.
No, it's not.
So it could have been turned off.
So I could tell I was having a vision of my own, and that vision was nothingness.
Or maybe you will lose your sight. Sorry, I just...
I don't know, which is what has me abnormally flustered. When I have visions, they have things. There are things going on. But right now, I seeing nothing is new.
We'll have to consult some of the books then to see if something like this has happened before, so we can more or less determine the shade of darkness.
Yeah.
Has it happened before, Chorus?
Sorry, am I there?
You were walking out not far behind Aseni. Well, I mean, if you don't want to have been there, then that's fine. But I assumed you were walking not far behind.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she kind of like looks absent-minded and then turns to you and goes,
Have there been situations before where someone used the divination pool and saw nothing?
Let me think. It could be that there is no future for them. It could be that the future is unclear. It could be the moon is in the wrong place at the wrong time. Sometimes, the connection just isn't there.
Like I said, different shade of darkness.
It doesn't happen often, but it's not happened.
I'll go do that research while you guys test her.
Sure, why not?
And she goes and disappears into your house to do some research on those using her own journals as cross reference and your your own research that you had, leaving the two of you
The
with Queva.
the library that she has is vast and it's underground, so she has unlimited access to everything.
Lots of detail.
Alright, Chorus. Where do we start?
How's your chanting? Yes.
I think pretty good.
Can you keep a beat?
Yeah, I do my best. I rehearse the chants and the rituals before bed.
Okay.
I can't say that I would ever be as rhythmic as you, but I can do my best.
You can feel the rhythm in the air, in the earth, in your heart. And then she kind of like stops to listen and just like waves to a rhythm that she seems to be feeling. And you'll find it.
I will attempt to do the same. I don't think I really wear shoes. I don't think many of us do. So I think I just get like the full grippies in the dirt moment, and she'll close her eyes and start to concentrate on like connecting with what Chorus is trying to
Go ahead
show
and
her.
do either Arcana or Nature.
Definitely Arcana. That is an 18.
You can pick up some of what Chorus is feeling, but you can't hear the full chorus of the earth in the same way that they can.
I can hear it. It's faint, but I do sense it. And she'll kind of like with her hand like make the motion of the beat that she is feeling.
Chorus, she nods. Says, good. What have you learned to chant? Can you chant it to the beat?
I think she'll take a moment, and probably the chant that like comes first to her is one of like the first ones her mother taught her, and it's a like protective spell that she has her essentially passively casting on herself, whether she knows it or not, as part of her exercise. And she'll kind of start saying the words in this like old like Fey tongue that's been taught to her.
As you do that, Chorus starts swaying to the rhythm and sort of moving to the beat. And nods and says, what else do you know?
Well, you saw my potions lessons yesterday. As you've all made note, my dexterity could use work. So when I'm able to, I go into the forests at night to leap from trees with Mother. I've been proficient at blending into shadows in the cave systems, and even Mother can't find me if I don't wish it. And
impressive.
divination.
For one so young. Oh,
I made a hag finger the other day.
The hag finger.
We dragged a very well-known bard that was traveling nearby in the forest, and they're still alive, and she'll take a little pendant with a like dried bluish tinted finger and a well manicured nail, and you can sense like the hag energy coming from it as they've created a token.
Yeah, she inspects it, she looks at it, she kind of sniffs it and says, "Nice work. I can sense the energy. It's well kept. Yes.
Is there any other tests I should be training
Well,
for?
now, to be a hag, you must know many qualities. You seem to know your way around the roots, the ingredients, the soups. I do love soup.
I know you do love those.
It's the origin of everything. What are... And she thinks for a moment. The names of the most deadly poisons. The 10 most deadly poisons.
Me, 100 does not know. What do you want me to roll for that, Jan?
Go ahead and honestly, let's do a nature check at this point.
Right.
Especially since you chose Arcana earlier.
Yeah. It's a 10.
You get a couple.
Belladonna. Arsenic. Not Nightshade. Nightshades are just a group of them. She starts just kind of rattling off what she can remember. But it's not very good. She just kind of winces a little bit as she's like, oh, I should have studied that one a little harder.
Yeah, Chorus nods after you get to like the first 5-ish, and she nods. Okay, needs a little work, but you could list some. So, all in all, I would say that's a quite well on your journey. Quite well indeed on your journey. I don't remember if I was well on my journey. And she kind of like looks down and off to the side, and you're not quite sure where she's looking. And then she like whips her head back and says, "Yes. What were we doing again?" Testing. Yes.
Testing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's gonna start chucking things at you.
Right. Let's see.
That worked so well yesterday.
She's like, I think she's a little prepared for it because she knows that like at any given moment something's gonna get thrown.
More from Chorus than any of the others.
More from Chorus than any of the others. That's kind of always a chance there. You want
Let's do
acrobatics?
acrobatics. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got a 17.
She's not like trying
Pretty
too
good.
hard, but you managed to so she's just grabbing
What are
like
the things
something
you're
from her
throwing
like
at me?
waist pocket. Like you see that she's clearly like sort of like little pebbles, little marbles that she's apparently come prepared with. That she starts like chucking without really warning signs. She starts chucking in your direction just to see what you do. And then she says, "Do you know how to create the symbol of the moon? Please show us." And she gestures toward the pebbles that she's just chucked at you.
Right. And she's like, yeah, for sure. She'll go and collect all the pebbles, and she'll create like the.
Mhm.
This is one of the runes that she does know very well because like one of her favorite things is the moon. And so she'll create the rune in the dirt with the stones given to you.
Very well.
The Arseni, do you have any tests?
Oh, is that for me? Okay, I wasn't
Yeah.
totally sure. I think tonight I'm simply going to observe.
Okay.
And while you're watching, roll a perception check for me, Aseni.
Okay. $16. Or sorry, 26.
Inside your house, you see Oscura making a pot of tea. And is just prepping the pot and getting it all ready and putting stuff in it, getting 4 cups down and prepping all of that. Turns around and then goes back down to the library to do more research while the kettle begins to boil.
And it wouldn't be of like any concern to her anyways. She's made tea at her place before. She knows everything. It doesn't alarm us any at all.
Nope. But Cueva, you go through and you do some more tests. They begin just mouthing out various tests, and there's a whole bunch that Ascura sent you with a prepped list of tests that you can do if no one gives them to you.
That's so cute.
I made a hex jar with various things that were around the house. Some poor fool in the neighboring town just like broke his back. Just whatever we could do.
Also,
She's just looking for fucking one fruit sweetener and grabs the goddamn.
she's looking for
She's looking for honey, and she's like, "This'll do."
And it would definitely smell like tea because the potions that she would make are like very florally and flower smells.
And she just picked a pot that was already prepped and just put it on. The last test before we move any much forward is you do a real quick like astrology one, looking at this pool, this galactic pool, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And you know this pool.
She probably.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
She would probably end one of the sentences like, and that is why star signs can be bullshit.
Even I always thought the people whose sign is the chimera is pretty accurate.
They can be fairly accurate. The problem is people are initially told this is what this one means, therefore this is who you are, without them discovering who they are first before connecting to the stars.
But the moon signs are true.
But what? Okay, you do have me on that one. You do have me on that one. Why do you think there's such a big moon?
I do love the moon. And that word "love" just like kind of like what?
just kind of takes a deep breath.
Like bottom lip. The
Hmm.
and the tea begins to the tea that's on begins to whistle. And Ascura comes up, pours 4 cups, and brings out just a tray with the 4 cups. And you are quite right, Chorus. The lunar signs tend to be way more accurate because there are 6 of them instead of millions of stars. So the exact phasing of which one you are tends to be a little more accurate in their combinations.
A little bit more
Mhm.
clear to read, like literally clear to read.
Yes. T.
Is there a correlation with how close we are? Oh, yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you. And she'll take it, but put it to the side, not drinking it.
And she takes one herself, and you finish your question, dear.
Yeah, sorry.
Dear.
So is there a correlation with the fact that the 6 moons are so close to us and how accurate that read is, as opposed to if people on, I don't know, other planes or other things are closer to some of the other celestial bodies that they derive those signs from, are those then accurate to them because they are closer, or is that just relevant? Irrelevant.
No, you are correct. It is relevant
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of it too is just a matter of, here, let me try this, and she'll take like a decently sized stone, and she'll do different like shadings on it and have you stand in different places. See, so when you stand here, it gives this shape, but when you stand, yes, right there, it gives this shape. So therefore, it has a different meaning to whomever sees it at a certain period, and depending on where they're at, where they're seeing it, there could also be different weathers, celestial bodies, other things that can affect everything about it in the way that it affects everything about it for us.
And does our divination pool only react to the moons? Or does it react with other celestial bodies
It
as well?
can, but I have a preference for the moon.
The pool was designed around the moons.
I was-
Other bodies that may get caught do alter perceptions. As she takes a sip of the tea.
Which is why we tend to be very restrictive on who essentially has access to the pool that day, so they can have control over what they want to see or what they need to see.
And when now, I don't mean to be crude, but with the testing, will I become a hag in the next century?
That depends probably on a lot of things. However, when it comes to time, I am not the expert.
Chorus
And she'll
is
look
holding
over
her
to
little
Chorus.
teacup with her tiny wooden spoon and looks up and says, "Yes, well, time will tell. Only time knows. We may try to tell time. Tell what time will tell us time. Tell us time. Tell."
Okay, you're getting stuck in the loop.
Right.
Look
Yes?
at me. Look
Yes?
into my eyes.
Yeah.
Into my eyes. There you are.
Okay.
As the 3 of you hear a teacup clatter.
Mama? And she kind of rushes over to Oscura and
She's getting like woozy and lightheaded. She's still standing at the moment, but she's not. Something is happening.
Skoro, are you feeling okay?
I don't know.
Here, take over here, and she'll, with unusual strength, almost like bring over a stone chair for her to sit in. Sit down.
Very carefully, as if she's way off balance, carefully like puts her hands on the chair, turns herself around and then lowers herself down, kind of like you do when you're drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Is the stress getting to you? Did you read something unsettling?
no, I can't. And she like puts her hand up near her throat in this like squishing motion with her hand, like my throat can't.
Can I do insight to see if I can, like, in the moment of
Go
like
for it.
the panic, understand it's something that she drank? Ugh, no, she's crushed right now. That's a 4.
Dice BB.
I'm panicking.
And Aseni is gonna look over at Chorus and like it's a literal veiled expression to where if anybody looked at Aseni they wouldn't see much, but to Chorus, because I'm allowing her to see my face, is this absolute look of panic, like this looks like what I think it is. And it shouldn't have been her.
Yeah, you see Chorus is kind of like sitting there almost like stuck in time. Just sort of frozen and staring as if unsure what to make of the situation. She wasn't expecting this and she's not really reacting in any way. She kind of a little bit of tea is spilling as she's like leaning to the side, just watching as she snaps out of it, looks at your face, and kind of rushes over, and starts to try to see if she can figure out how to help.
Maybe I should have
Can you cure it? Can
Yeah.
you help her? What?
Go ahead and roll medicine checks. Anyone who's trying
Depends
to.
on what we find. I don't do well with medicine. That's
Down. 15 for me. I'd argue I have to roll at disadvantage. 'cause
You've already
That's a
failed that
s-
one check. You don't know the house well enough to know where to
that's
go.
a 7.
That's
From
an
me, so-
unnatural 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Chorus. You know the one thing that could fix. And that is something only found in the Feywild. You are not
Which
in the
is-
Feywild today.
Which Aseni probably would have done on purpose. So then there was no way
No easy
of
way.
getting someone back.
Yeah, Chorus. Yeah,
What
Chorus
is it? What
starts
do we
like
need?
fussing over. Please hold name. Oscura.
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 Chorus starts fussing over Oscura, and then stops for a moment and says, "The root of the rabbit. The root of the rabbit. It grows in
Which we don't have.
the Feywild. We don't have."
And the portal is not
The portal
accessible
isn't
right
open.
now.
The portal isn't open.
She has merely moments.
Is there anything you can do? Mama, don't speak. Don't. Please, you have to do something.
Aseni's gonna look at Chorus.
Take her. Finish.
No.
As she closes her eyes and just leans against Quava.
I think Cueva just holds her, but is like in complete shock.
I think she used my potions pot. And not the tea kettle.
They are easy to mix up.
Can I
Sure
roll
can.
insight?
Go ahead and roll deceptions or persuasions appropriately, the two of you.
We're going for that deception.
For sure. 15 for me.
Okay.
You beat out my roll.
Okay.
So I hear she must have used my potion spot when brewing tea. I know my mother, and she is nothing if not arguably extremely organized for a hag. It's chaotic, but everything has its place. Everything's labeled. You saw the jar of dog barks labeled, for God's sake. My mother would never use a potion pot to brew tea.
You also heard the whistle.
And I heard the whistle. And I recall one of the more important lessons that Oscura imparted on me. And that is that hags by nature are treacherous. We're stronger as three, but constantly vying for control. And that's the main reason why she has me keep my wits about me, even around my tias. And it kind of settles over me the reason why.
Chorus. How did she die? And puts a full emphasis on die because they don't know what
No,
she would need. Or where her tie is.
Horse thinks for a
No,
moment.
there's...
She shouldn't have.
She'll come back, though, right?
Here's the problem. And she'll go up to Askira's face, lift up one of her eyes, and it's just a white void. Have you seen this before?
No.
That is
Horse
death.
gasps as soon as you lift up the eyes.
That is permanent death. Which shouldn't have been a thing. A thing such as, I can't find the word, this shouldn't have been possible. You understand the need that if a hag were to die, and she starts getting kind of a little bit more aggressive, if hag were to die, they need their one piece that allows them to exit the portal of this world. So the thing that I would need to be fully taken out, I don't keep with me because I might permanently die. Does that make sense? We don't know what hers is, but for some reason, she is gone.
Did she ever mention anything about being allergic to something? Staying away from something?
Being allergic.
You know, there are ways to hide it. Your weaknesses.
It's true.
But hags have one weakness. And if you do die around your weakness, it is a permanent death.
Yes, thank you. Those were the words.
Did my mother
Roll a
ever tell
religion
me?
check, because this is hag religion.
Hag lore. Deep mom lore. 18.
She never said it in such a way. She never had any allergies. She never had any, no, we can't go here's. Like, she didn't have a lot of rules. And all the rules she had were only to reinforce hag training. But you get at this moment the way she's holding you and her last words, the only thing you can think of is yourself.
Can I also roll either Haglor or like insight?
You can roll an insight on.
See if she can save.
Yeah, you can roll insight.
Let's see.
And Chorus, you're welcome to do that as well.
29.
No, for sure. For sure.
Dead bodies are obvious reads.
Yeah. Are you reading the dead body or are you reading
A
me?
little bit of both. Almost it's in the sense of making the connection. Seeing you grip onto her and her dying gripping onto you, and then recalling the love and feeling like connection, I care, like those types of things. That become red flags.
Prides, the little maternal things that.
Yep.
Chorus is somewhere else. She's not with you right now.
She's already done mourning. She's planning on the next one.
Then I will look at Chorus and kind of like do quick eyes back to back between the two.
I rolled a 22 for deception.
Nice.
So at least
29 beats it.
At least only getting the sense from Otsuka.
Chorus does see the look, but she doesn't really react to it. She nods.
Which is fine to Osetti.
Okay.
She sighs, and she'll go comfort Cueva and say, and kind of like grab your shoulders and say, "Come now. There's nothing we can do. We can only move forward from this. It's..."
I will take care of the rest.
Yes. Do you need a moment?
I think. Yeah. I think Cueva takes a moment where she kind of just like. Not abruptly, but she does move out of your grasp. And she'll kind of hold her mother for another moment. And then she'll take her cloak off. And then wear it. And then she'll look at Arseni. Let me know when you're done.
Okay. As her soul departs from her body and other things begin happening, Arseni and Chorus, you feel less than. You feel less powerful, you feel less complete, less whole. You're more powerful together, but you've been together for so many millennia as the three of you. A coven unbroken for this many millennia is a powerful thing. And you can feel that loss. That's part of how you knew that that she was gone. But as you're leaving this, you are feeling that loss in your own magical strength. Asenia, what do you do with the body?
She will take it to a separate part of the property, to a crypt, but they don't keep each other's bodies. At least in this coven, they don't. Uh, if any of them were to die, it was almost a send the rest of me along with my soul. And so she will tend to the body, make it, even more beautiful, uh, doing different things to like her hair or clothing that accentuated her natural form as well as her chosen form. So then, however she wanted to transcend, it would allow her to choose which form she wanted to be in. As she, does different incantations and other things to fully detach the soul from the body and leave anything, take out anything lingering. She just whispers, I should have taken the darkness you saw a little more seriously. Because she did love her. She didn't want her to die. It was the wrong hag to die. And she takes very good care of it. The others would probably eventually see this. Actually, what would your mother's favorite color have been?
Her favorite color is, I'm gonna say it's like, honestly, white, just for the sake of everything about like Cueva is very, very pale, but especially like her hair. One of the first like striking things after her like transformation was just a full head of like white hair, in the way that like when people go through so much stress that their whole head just turns white. That's exactly like the striking whiteness of her hair.
With knowing the colors that she, the identifying with, as well as kind of like that connection between Oscura and Cueva with the white, you'll, after a little bit of time, be able to look out one of the windows and see this plume of white smoke, as almost as if a signal, or like the process has come near the end.
I think Cueva will notice, like, as you're being led by Chorus into the house, you can feel with every step that she's taking, like her energy is draining, and almost by the time you get to the house, you're helping her walk, because literally the powers of the coven are kind of like seeping away from her, and almost as if her age is catching up to her without the power of the coven. And suddenly she's 20, 30, 40 years older and really struggling physically to kind of physically move towards the house.
I think she'll take you and guide you. There's very much a difference in Cueva's demeanor. There's like a hardness in her right now, but she's still tending to you. And when she kind of lets you sit in your hut, your home, she'll kind of look at you. I don't think you have a century to make me. You need a third.
She sighs and nods and says, a coven lives in balance. A balance of 3.
In 3 we are strongest, and in 3 we remain.
Quite so.
We'll do it tomorrow.
I will talk to Aseni. But for now, take the day to remember your mother. She will be missed.
She just kind of like gives that like best efforts at a veiled like nod to you, and she'll turn, but her face is a grimace and there's something really set in her expression as she leaves.
Whenever Aseni gets back, she would know what they have to do and does it, or I guess approves of it begrudgingly, but tries to hide it.
We must rebuild the coven. We must get to 3. I do not have the strength to
Yes.
endure into.
Then we shall.
Tomorrow, it begins.
I don't think you'll have that long to wait, so. And she looks at you with like this intense care, but in more of like a I understand what you're feeling and I don't want to feel this way. I don't want you to feel this way. Not in like a sense of love. You don't have that long. And you're already losing time as we speak. She kind of tries to make a joke.
Okay, I'm not that. She just doesn't even finish the sentence.
Aseni, you go
But she
and
kind
you
of like
stop
nods.
Quaver from
sadly
leaving because they were already headed home.
Which probably means Aseni would probably
And
take lead in
you guys, that very
however
night,
this happens.
have the ritual to transform Quaver into her next step of the process.
Yeah.